Reed, both roll d20. Highest roll gets the inspiration.
I'll give it to Reed.
All right, Reed gets it.
I'll accept.
All right. So tell me when DM to start.
You're good. Recording's going.
All right. We started where we left off, so in front of the portal, in the Wave Echo cave, and after some discussion, we allowed the Drow siblings to depart first through the portal. So, I think Destiny wanted to reiterate what his intentions were, and he said he was to rehabilitate his sister, and they departed. So Lycan, though, decided to stay behind to seal the portal with his drow magic. So the party left him a phantom steed and the rebuilt automaton queen to help him get out, and he intended to find some kind of way out through the murky waters inhabited by the sea creatures. So we wished him luck. Had a bit of a not a somber goodbye, but like a very friendly goodbye. Hope to see him again in the fort, and he went on his merry way. So because we couldn't figure out where everyone would teleport to, because you had to be in your mind, Mortimer's cousin and Kalor decided to appear near Phandalin and make their way back to the fort, while Destiny and Red were completely tapped out and had to rest. But Red warned the fort inhabitants about what had happened. They wanted to go find the two, and they managed to get back. Noted that they heard strange noises and saw some strange figures near Phandalin, and we found out later there was these strange goblinoids who have been harassing the fort, and they've got like elongated heads and green eyes. And so they're up to something. We were also told that a female dwarven scholar had arrived with a dragonborn paladin bodyguard to study the caves near Phandalin, and came across the creatures and then came to the fort for help or protection, I think, and then was curious about the creatures, so went back to Phandalin to study them. We decided our next steps. We deposited the shield that we crafted into the dungeon below the fort with Destiny guarding it, and Kalora and I decided on Phantom Steeds to go check out the town. Once we got there, tried to communicate with the goblins. Red used detect thoughts to try to figure out their intentions, discovered they're a hive mind of some kind, and have hostile intent, looking for something called the shards. And I can't remember the name of. I think there was a name of someone they're working for, but I didn't have it in my notes. We killed a whole bunch of the goblins though. When it broke out into a fight, they explode with their heads explode, giving you psionic energy damage when you get killed when they die. The Dragonborn Paladin revealed himself, named Proctor Salavale, which is Reed's character, joined the fight. The woman he's protecting stayed back. We killed enough, but they were attempting to swarm us. So I think we left off with us killing a bunch, about a dozen, and then disengaging and heading back to the fort in retreat.
And we picked up the dwarf lady on the way back. Quinn.
And then the name that you had heard, I'll put it in chat for you as well in the additional lore, was Ruxid the Chosen. So with that, I'll bring us actually back over to map. You're just gonna see this one for a second while I keep getting over to back to that one.
These were the days.
Yep, good memory lane. I mean, not good, but memory lane nonetheless. Okay, it's just taking me a second to get oriented on the different browser and finding the right tab. Get us over back to the fort in just a moment. Where did it go? here somewhere. There it is. I was looking everywhere but the right road that it was on. Perfect. Now we should be back at the fort. That for visual. Just. I think this needs a new token drop for your new character. Yeah, because it looks like an old one. There you are. And with that, be able to arrive back as company, returning back to the horse. So wait, we move here. There, oh, why is it? There you go.
Thank you.
Gotcha. Yeah, you make your way back to the fort.
Yeah,
Alongside
we
with
gotta
Gwen
retreat.
in tow.
Okay. I'll summon Darren immediately over and tell him exactly what just happened.
I was gonna berate Red real quick, but okay, sure.
Oh,
Berate
you,
me for what?
Yeah, so
you-
much for yeah.
Go ahead
So,
with that, Claire.
so much for negotiations, eh?
Well, have you ever negotiated with a brain golem before? Goblin?
No, but I thought, what happened to Runaway? If we were in trouble
We did. We're here.
sooner.
Okay, well, you're the one who fireballed them.
Yeah, and I was hoping that would be a distraction enough for you to run away. But okay, never mind. Just talk to him. Just talk to him. Okay.
If I may, gentlemen,
Shut up. No, no.
I thought that what you did was. I thought that what you did was very brave, and those goblins were definitely needing of killing.
How are you faring?
I'm a little wounded, but nothing I can't fix myself, and I'll lay on hands.
Okay.
Well, they've been in this. You've been in this fort before, right, Proctor's character?
Yes, he's visited once prior.
Right.
I have.
Well,
Yeah, you and so for clarification, you and Gwen had visited this location once before, as you were investigating this area. You're looking for the caves around the area, but Gwen wanted to continue investigating, so did not stay long, and you continued to follow her.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's how
Yes,
they knew
I've been here
about
before.
the two of you.
okay. Well,
Were you sent to aid us?
you're welcome to stay in the fort to recoup. And perhaps join us if you want to figure out what's happening to the town.
I suspect we have conversations to have. Yes. My name is Proctor Salavale.
Red.
Lord. And then I will just hold out his hand.
Yeah, I'll shake your hand.
So
He'll like clasp Kalor's hand and like squeeze it real tight, just to show that he's strong. And then he'll like clasp Red's hand as well, but won't squeeze it as tight because he's got magic hands.
Magic hands.
so like is Proctor your actual first name? And not like a title?
Correct.
Interesting.
Is there a problem with that?
No, it's just maybe you were born to be a paladin, and I'll just walk off.
Yes, I'm very proud of my ways.
Well, Shall we have a think about next steps? Perhaps we probably need to make sure we don't get attacked here. They know where we are.
More than you know. First, Gwyn, do you need me to accompany you to a quiet place? Gwyn?
She will look into her notes as she continues to try to focus upon them. She then finally looks over and says, "Oh, uh, hmm. I think I'll be fine in the fort. If you wish to go perusing around." I kind of lost track of the conversation and just began reviewing my notes.
Right. Very well.
She
Are
looks at the
you
others and
the
say, "Oh, hi
leader
again."
of this?
She looks at the others and goes look right back to her notes.
Reminds me of someone.
So are you the leader of this encampment, Red?
No, that's I'm the marshal. But there we don't really have a leader at the moment. Darren, I guess, is the closest.
Speak of the elf. Shall we have a meeting with him?
Yeah, I think we need to talk about what's happened and what we want to do. Our intent was to eventually get supplies out of the town, but someone seems interested in it.
Very well. Let us find a place to sit. I'll nod his head at Darren, respectfully.
Darren will kind of nod as he looks over to Red to hear the report.
So I think we need to think about keeping the watch up until we deal with the threat. We've limited their numbers, but we might have just upset them.
I was gonna say, upset how?
Well, we killed about a dozen of them.
So quite upset.
Well, they were already disgruntled when we met them.
Fair enough, I suppose. Were you able to glean anything on what they were after? Is it Vandalin itself? Or?
A shard. And they have a leader. Someone called. Checks notes. Roxithid the Chosen.
I've never heard of such a name in all my years. Must be a newcomer amongst the goblin ranks.
Well, I mean, I don't know what they're after, but someone must have heard that Vandalin has fallen, and or is a target for salvage or scavenging, and we need to. I don't think we need to go back there, but I think we at least need to get back what supplies we can before it gets picked over.
It'd be
Do
dangerous
I
to
know
move
the
anyone that's a
name that he
non-combatant
mentioned?
there. You have heard of this name. It's something that you've heard the strange ones that you had seen before in your previous investigation roaming around. Not necessarily him or herself roaming around, but the name of it being spoken amongst those elongated goblins.
Okay, so I've got nothing to add about that.
Correct, yeah, it wasn't a part of your initial investigation. That was just something you noticed on the side.
Well, I think I'm pretty spent physically and arcane from that encounter. I might try to rest while we can and then push ourselves back with a better plan tomorrow.
The death of those goblins is assured. You have my word.
So I think, what do we think, team? Is it long rest? How messed up did everyone get?
I'm the least like fucked up, but like I'm pretty sure didn't like Proctor was on death's door after the fight.
Can you display my health bar, please, DM?
It should be set, but let me fix that. There we go. It
And
was
my
set
nameplate as
properly,
well,
but I'm
just-
missing just a check. You should be able to see your token in the middle of the map, and you should be able to see in a moment update the token itself. Let me just redrop it. A moment. Redrop token. There you go. HP bar should be visible.
T-wise. I could do with a night's rest.
Okay, that's wise. I will. I'll send my familiar to scout the area and to come and warn me if they're approaching. But I need some rest as well. I used up most of my spell slots, and I would rather like be fresh when I face them again with a better plan.
But what a show of force it was. You killed many of them on your own, some.
Well, I have some arcane tricks that I picked up over the years.
Indeed. It's no small feat killing that many goblins.
Are you your holy man?
In a way, I am sworn an oath.
That's interested to me before. I have sworn my way myself in a way to Mistra and the Weave.
A fine god for a wizard such as yourself.
Yes, she protects.
Oh. The lands are in great need of protection these days, it seems.
Yeah.
This fort itself is only strong enough to keep these citizens safe.
Well, if you
The
have
real threat is the enemies out there.
if you have any experience with fortifications or defenses, I wouldn't mind if you inspected the walls and lend what advice you could.
It would be an honor. I shall do that as the sun sets.
Please, I would actually, if you speak to the head of our watch, any advice you give them on their training, their methods, techniques, routine, they're not trained in those ways, and my knowledge is limited.
I can give advice, but I am no master of the arts of killing. I am more of a specialist.
Oh, not killing, just discipline and defense, and because I saw you used what was that fighting style you used? Defense, right? No, not defense. Interception.
Protection.
Protection.
Protection. Yeah. So you're one who's versed in protection. So just have a look, and if you see anything that doesn't look what it should be, I would appreciate your advice.
I will give it a look. But we really must talk at some point. I have a feeling our interests are aligned when it comes to our enemies.
Oh, well, why wait? What is the what do you know of them?
He'll stare at Duran And
He'll say, if it's meant to be spoken amongst the two of you, I will prepare our defenses. Just in case those goblins decide to retaliate.
Well, let's meet by the fire, and I'll head to the fire pit.
Okay. You'll notice Mortimer seems to be working on some sort of contraption. Old man Melvin is with him, kind of examining the contraption and talking. You'll see Zorbo, he's keeping watch on the gate. And you'll notice Sister Gariel is treating one of the children who had bruised their leg, running around with the others.
Is Mortimer's cousin recovering still? I bet he is. Yeah.
You would imagine that he is inside the first floor of the kind of base hub or makeshift town hall, recovering under Sister Galadriel's protection.
I'll go to. Where could we go? Let's go to this fire pit up here. It's like a nice little private.
Sure.
Proctor will call out to Kalor before he follows. You should join us,
Kidnapped by the DM.
fluffy ears.
Yeah, the DM had you on. And then Gwen will go find a place to sit down near the other campfire and just begin to continue her notes. The kids begin to swarm her, asking her questions, and she tries to answer all of them as best she can. Doesn't seem dissuaded or frustrated by the kids taking her notes. It's more that she wants to share the information, so the kids have no idea what she's talking about. She's just kind of rambling their tiny ears off in the meantime.
So, it is my understanding that the two of you, amongst others, helped save Phandalin from the threat of the Red Brands.
Save is an interesting way of putting it. We rescued, maybe recovered as much as we could. We lost about half the town.
I'm sorry to hear this.
Yeah, we've been grappling with it for a while now.
What did you learn of the Red Brands and their colleagues?
They had a leader that served the Lady of Flowers. He looked like he treated her like a patron, was possessed, and they I think we killed them all.
This is good to hear. Those who did harm to the innocent deserve to die.
Yes, but they still have a few of our key people captive. Their leader.
Do I know the Lady of Flowers, DM?
You've not encountered that individual yet, nor have you seen any visage of them or drawing of them or statue dedicated towards them, but you have heard of it spoken amongst some of the bugbears, talking about different flowers and things like that. You kind of struck it as odd to you that bugbears would talk about such a thing, but then they mentioned a lady, and then it seemed to make more sense to you, but you don't have the concrete information on her either. One of those loose threads that your investigation pulled.
This Lady of Flowers, what do you know of her?
She will appear to you as a beautiful woman, covered in flowers, and she will promise you great things, and seem benevolent at first, though if you question or reject her, she'll flood you with doubts, nightmares, and threaten you that you will eventually see to her again, and she will continue returning to you, it seems, until you relent or die.
A dangerous evil.
She's come to me twice now. Rejected her both times, but this time, the last time, it was after I had killed one of her champions. So, to me, it sounded desperate. And looking around the fort, I think I would be my duty to Bistra is unwavering. I don't think why she would think to ask me. There would be no question that I would turn.
Well, it seems simple to me. You just said you killed 2 of her champions. She wishes that such a power would be on her side and not a threat to her any longer.
Well, then I asked her, if 2 of your champions have died, why is it worth following you? You seem to lead to the ruin of your champions.
I take it she didn't take that well.
No, but my point was sound.
This is good. You cannot give her any notion that you wish to work with her. She is a manipulative, lying bitch. And she will get what's coming to her.
Well,
Jeez, okay.
This dungeon below the fort, I believe, didn't used to be dedicated to her. It was a ancient organization called the Silver Falcons, but she corrupted it, and so they were shrines and motifs to her. We've taken them all out and burned them. So I think her hold of this place is over, but she doesn't seem to have established shrines of her own. Seems to corrupt ancient ones. She did that with Dwarven one in the last place we were at, Wave Echo Cave.
Some kind of false god, then.
I don't know what she is. She could be a fiend. Sounds more like possession than divine intervention. But she's definitely real.
She definitely has the power to convince men of standing to give their lives to her. These red brands, they were in league with the drow, the spider lady. Was she one of the champions?
She is, but isn't any longer.
Because you killed her.
No, we defeated her, and then she was taken away by her sibling.
Proctor looks pretty disappointed in this news. But he'll swallow it.
The Lady of Flowers has no mercy. She slaughters half a town just to show her power. We could be different. We don't have to kill her champions. In fact, I know that she's training her next one. Is a young woman named Savannah, who is the daughter of a departed friend of mine. So, shall I ever face her, I too will probably do what the drow simply did and take her away to rehabilitate her.
Unless she is too far gone, and then she must be killed.
Well, the last one we saw, we thought was too far gone. So I don't think that anyone's
She
beyond
should
saving
have been
this
killed.
point. I agree. But in the situation we were in at the time, it wasn't a wrong decision to let her go.
I question the wisdom of that decision. Just know that mercy is usually for the merciful, and the spider simply being involved with the Lady of Flowers robs her of any mercy.
Well, it was to appease an ally who is the enemy of my enemy. Therefore, it wasn't black and white.
He'll contemplate that before continuing. I am a knight of Neverwinter. I was sent out with a troop to investigate a phenomenon happening out in the eastern lands of the Sword Coast, or wherever Neverwinter is from here.
Northern, but that's okay.
Right. There was rumors of these goblin, ogre, troll hordes gathering, and I was sent to investigate by the king.
Lord
Or
Lord
we
Neverumber.
were sent to investigate.
For clarification.
Lord Neverumber himself.
Lord Neverwinter. Never. Is that his name? Lord Neverwinter?
Lord Neverumber.
Neverember.
Never
Is it-
Ember. Oh yeah,
yeah.
he's in the Neverwinter Nights game.
Mhm.
Right. Well, you've come to the right place.
I did not come here initially. I was with a troop of fellow knights, and we investigated what we came to learn were the Cragmaws. I believe, due to my investigation,
Ragmaws. Yes, I know of them.
that they were the benefactors of the
Oh.
Red Brands and the Spider.
Yes, and they all worked for the Lady of Flowers.
What
I
you
know.
don't know is the real leader of these brigands.
Uh-huh.
The Cragmaws are under the command of an ogre king called. One second.
Pulls out his little
King
notes.
Gaul.
Ogre King, 1
notebook.
second. Man, I've heard lots about him.
Where did you get all this information, Red?
Not 1 second, man.
It's
game.
all over, guys.
What were you saying, Cry?
King Goal. No, it's just messing around as well. I just said you were
Well-
borrowed Gwen's parchment and you were looking at your notes.
I know where their camp is.
Yeah. I know where their home is.
Oh, well. I wouldn't mind putting some justice their way.
It is not justice that I seek. For
It
we
is
were
vengeance.
spying on the King Gaul, and I learned a secret about him.
And?
King Gaul himself is a front for another shadowy force, not the Lady of Flowers, but someone else entirely.
And his name is?
John Cena.
They called him King Korgath, the Shadow Warlord.
I need a Venn diagram or some kind of strings and post-its on a wall at this point. Okay.
Learning this
I'll find it for
information
you.
cost me my troop. They did
Well.
not make it out alive.
My condolences to your troop.
Hence I made the vow of vengeance to bring this shadow demon lord and his puppets to death.
Well, how about I make you an agreement, Proctor? If you aid us in clearing Phandalin, so that the denizens of the fort here may use its supplies to reinforce this location, I will aid you in achieving your vengeance.
It will not be an easy feat.
I didn't agree because I thought it would be easy. I got a little bit of practice with these enemies, and I know these forests.
That's what you needed, Todd, and memes. That's a note.
Yeah.
I can't see it yet. Oh yeah, that's what I need. That's exactly what I was thinking of when I said that. Okay.
I would need your full party at our disposal. Where are the others?
Kalor?
I think he means
Run-
Stephanie and Lycan, but well,
You want to
the-
negotiate with some? Watch me negotiate with some ogres this time.
Want me to have a
I w-
conversation? See how that one goes? I'm very good at these things.
Yeah, I'll see if my gun can shoot fireballs then. Hmm. Well, one of our more integral parts, Lycan, is currently walking back from a one-day hike, so
We don't know.
I see.
We don't
A
know where the.
formidable adventurer himself.
He is a. Awesome. He is an awesome martial artist.
if he wants to hit his target, no.
What of the cleric? I heard news that there was a red lit clothed cleric with you, along with the tall tiefling.
Tiefling is here. She is guarding the dungeon.
Yeah.
The cleric is on business to do with her family.
So, in other words, unavailable. The foreseeable future.
Not currently traveling to a place called the United States of America.
Truly a
This
horror.
sounds like a truly dangerous place.
It is. It
Filled
is.
with vile.
Forces of darkness threaten to take over the lands on Tuesday.
We better hope that they stay across the pond.
I'm just imagining like the worldview of Favorun and across, just like east of Favorun is just fucking USA.
Yeah, a big orange Tarrasque. Anyway, we're getting distracted.
Uncle Sam is a
Very
red,
well.
white, and blue Tarrasque that rides around and recruits people via conscription.
Whoa, spoilers for the end game, man. Like, bro.
Exactly. It's a Tarrasque that only eats oil and hunts every other country down for it. It only speaks one word in common, is freedom. Alright, I'll stop.
I could go dark with this, but I won't. But
Very well. If you will help me find my vengeance, I will assist you in clearing Fandolin of those goblins. I intended to do so anyway, but Gwyn wanted to take notes about what they were doing and searching for in the village.
well, let's rest up and attack at first light.
Very well. I'll turn to Duran. Where shall I sleep?
He'll say, we'll get a tent sorted for you. No worries. As he'll begin to point out an area where a tent will be set up for you to be able to rest for the night.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Mortimer if he's got any more ink for sale. I don't think he's found an ink supply
Yeah,
in the forest.
He has not found an ink supply in the forest. He is on his last for himself.
Last bits of ink. I've got 100 gold worth of ink. I'm gonna write one scroll into my book if we're taking a long rest, which is Arcane Luck.
Heard.
I don't know what time of day it is, but I'm gonna do the thing Red told me to do with the fences before I could take a long rest.
Okay, sure. You kind of notice some abnormalities. Tell them to move some things there to restabilize the defenses.
I'll questioningly walk past that goblin guard.
You're
I'll do
questioning the
that like
goblin.
that one Umbrella Academy meme.
You're questioning that goblin, but not like the cat-eared person with a gun.
He likes cats.
Yeah,
What can
but
I say? He said that before.
He overlooks all imperfections of cats or abnormalities of them. But you do
Okay, I
manage to get
deleted
your
that.
long rest.
I put that spell in my notes, but I have to put it on my sheet. Please, DM.
Yeah, should be able to get that for you. 1 second.
I'll just turn to Red. So, what do you think of him?
I think he sounds familiar, like Sildor did, in a way.
Hmm.
Remember, he came from Neverwinter as well.
Well, hopefully he'll make a fine replacement for Lycan for the time being. Hopefully.
That's harsh.
Uh,
It's
I
like
wonder
NPC
maybe
limit exceeded.
Lycan not. Hmm.
Let me think. What else? I think. What else do we need to think about? Is there any items to look in Vedify? I think we did all that.
I believe you're caught up to date from the last long rest.
Yeah. And then, yeah, that's what I think. Red will do its spells, and what else? I was thinking of something. Oh, like, there's a shrine in the fort, right? Like,
There
what's just here?
is the shrine in the remnant of the Silver Falcons. There was, yes. The actual
Oh, well,
fortification on the top side there was not.
I'll just set up like a small, like, start to set up like a small shrine here to
Sure.
Mistra, like, and that'll be my long rest spell book, shrine, sleep.
Sounds good. Anything the other two would like to do during their long rest, downtime activity wise?
I'd probably just like see if I can make basic repairs or basic fortifications to the fort.
Okay.
Just check around. But other than that, not really.
Proctor will just inform Gwyn of his intentions to join the party. So don't leave the fort without a guard.
She'll nod as the kids are still kind of like swarming over the textbooks that she has written with the parchment and the ink, and she will look over and she'll say, "Right, right, don't leave without a guard. You're gonna go away somewhere. I am caught up to speed."
Yes, well, I don't want to see you out there and have to save you again.
I'll try not to forget. Oh no, don't take that. And she'll look at one of the kids grabbing one of the pieces of parchment back. You could already tell her scattered brain
And you'll walk
kicking
away.
in.
I ship it. No.
Alright. Then with that, you would be able to finish your long rest. Are you rebuilding Queen at this point, Color, to reposition Queen next to you? Or are you waiting for Queen to still return with Lycan at this point?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Lycan. It
Okay.
would be extremely hilarious if like he was in the middle of combat and Lycan died and then
And the Queen just
dies.
turns, disintegrates, and Lycan's like, well...
I always hated that machine.
It just the Queen just does. Queen knows what's about to happen. Does the peace out sign before dissolving. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Well, you would notice as you wake up the next morning, there's been no word from the gate of Lycan's arrival. Neither
Insane.
Queen's, for clarification.
Oh, time to reveal. No.
I gave him 1 day with that thing, and he's already broken it. I gotta make it.
Well, I mean, let's hope the patrols see him. There's nothing we can do. We know where he's coming from. Let's go deal with the town, and maybe he's back this afternoon.
And Darian will speak
Perhaps the
with.
drow only travels at night.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
How long does the horses stay for?
He gets it for an hour, so he doesn't have it anymore.
He would have got if he's able to get it off the water situation issue that he had. It would have given at
think
least a good
probably
burst.
died
Otherwise,
instantly.
it was but a distraction for the sea creatures at the very least for a moment. Is the more likely
Pretty funny.
scenario.
The funniest scenario would be like the horse is the only survivor.
The horse is just chilling there for an hour. Man, this was. I did nothing, and then just like in drowning, being dragged underneath with the depths.
That'd
But
be a good spell. I'd be like, all right.
So, Darian will approach the party to see what the next steps for them are, so that way he can have a good idea of what to do. He will explain, I'm going to keep up the night watch as much as I can, but they will have to reduce our numbers. Everyone is getting worn thin.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. And Proctor and Killor, tell me if this is crazy. Let's get there's various wagons and caravans around this place. We've got one here. We've got Melvin's, whatever thing, barrels on wheels, whatever we've got. Stay out of sight and sound of the town, but behind us. We will clear the town. Once the town is clear, you make your way in as soon as you can. You load the carts with as much equipment as you can, and you make your way out. We don't know if they have reinforcements nearby. If we can raid it, then that's what we'll do. We'll conduct a raid. We're going to target supplies we need the most. Food, building supplies, weapons, anything we need for defenses. And then hit up the apothecary as well if there's any potions that weren't pilfered during the town attack.
What the fuck do you mean by that?
I'm confident in our abilities as fighters ourselves, but are we sure that we'll be able to clear the town? Just the three of us.
Well, if we go quick like we did last time, they don't seem to be very concerned about their safety. They kept throwing themselves at our weapons and dying inconsequentially. So if we can clear them quickly, it'll give us enough time to get some supplies and get out of there. We have a
also
wand of
have-
fireballs.
Yeah, and I also have the benefit of range.
So do I. I just need to prepare the right spells. And do we have any pole arms around the fort? Like anything with a 10-foot reach?
I would say their longest weapon is still technically a spear. So those spears
That's
could be
5
used
foot.
for like setting up for like to stop cavalry charges, things like that at the gates, but not necessarily anything greater than that at the disposal.
I was thinking if we had a halberd or pole arm or glaive to give Proctor, then he could try to kill something further. I'm not sure the range of the brain explosion. I think it was just 5 feet. So if
It
you
was
killed
5
them out
feet.
10 feet. Yeah, if you kill them out 10 feet, then they can't hit you.
Is that a martial weapon? Just
It is.
spear?
No, it's a glaive or a halberd or a pike. It's a 10-foot reach.
Yeah, but we only got the spear available. Is that still
Correct.
good?
The spear is only 5 feet reach. It would still be the same as your regular weapon.
Oh well, fuck that noise.
Mortimer have anything for sale?
Perhaps there's weapons in the village still.
That's
Maybe we
true.
go to the blacksmiths first.
Yeah, let's hit. We'll
I
try
think we
sneak in.
checked there before, but we can always check again.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll sneak in as close as we can, and then we'll have a go.
Any advantage that gets me closer to killing evil is good for me.
Um, let's go at the first sign of trouble.
Are we
No.
actually good this time?
Pardon me?
Are we actually gonna go at the first sign of trouble?
No, I'm talking about the townsfolk.
Oh,
Need to get out
okay.
of there because we'll cover their retreat. But the worst situation would be like we clear it, and then like they're gonna reinforcements here in 10 minutes, and I'm like, oh well, we'll never get the supplies out in 10 minutes. But if we have like the townsfolk right behind us to load up carts, then we can get back. Does that make sense?
Who should we be bringing with us? Should we draft them?
Mortimer, Darren, the sister Gurel, and Mazza, because she's the blacksmith, she'll know what to go for. Everyone else is just laborers.
I don't know, man. Old man Melvin might commit a war crime or two. Who knows?
He might find some eyeballs on a fork somewhere.
Can
And
we
hopefully
line these people up?
Mortimer's cousin is well enough to help.
Okay. So let me get your roster lineup over as well. Grab this here.
I'm assuming we have some like generic layabouts in this place, right? Maybe Zorbo can help. We don't leave it completely defenseless, but
For the Fandolin itself, the Smithy's location, or the fortification?
I mean we only see like 5 or 6 NPCs in the fort, but I'm assuming like realistically there's
There are a lot of villagers. They're non-combatants, though.
okay, but they can be used for like labor, like loading stuff, right?
Yes. Yeah, they could.
All right, so we'll have like a main NPC like Darren, his sister Mazza, and Melvin, or Mortimer and his cousin. So that's 5 combatants. With they pick as many non-combatants as they need for labor, and then that's our kind of. They're not that isn't to be used for combat, but that's what will be like the group to do the
Collecting.
supply raiding.
Okay. I'm wondering. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do this before we leave the fort, but if we can get Kia to do a scout and then just see where the goblins are, and then we can maybe salvage the places that they aren't. But I don't know if we can do that until. I think we have to pick our people and then leave and then do that.
That's fine. I can get them to. I can get Kia to. Kia could go now. Look.
So I think we should look at like a map of Fandolin and then pick where we want to go, because I don't think we can like take the whole group to each place.
No. We'll stay. We'll stay together and
straight away,
we'll
unless
go.
you want to go there first.
We'll stay together and go section by section until we're full up and we head back, and we'll start at the blacksmith.
And we know that there is stuff to get, right, DM? Like it hasn't been totally ransacked already.
We don't know.
It could have been by the red brands, but again, you would have found a lot of that stuff here, and you didn't.
Yeah. Okay. I'm down with this.
Let's go. Let's try. And if it looks hairy and there's lots of them, we just head back.
Okay. So in our lineup,
So,
It's a bit bold, but hey, you gotta be bold sometimes.
let's see. Get some tokens.
Do commoners have 1 HP?
Usually 4 for clarification.
Okay. Well, they'll definitely survive a fireball.
Oh yeah, they'll survive 10 fireballs if they never get hit by a single one of them. You know, that does math out. Okay, so your company is going to consist of 5 laborers or 5 commoners, 3 of the remaining militia, and then you have additional combatants, which are going to be Mazza, then you'll have Sister Gariel, Darian, and you're gonna take Mortimer with you as well?
Only because he has a big cart.
Fair enough.
Leave it. No, he's not bringing all his gear with him. He's just empty cart.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. 30, 70.
Should we get Melvin to drive? He'll just be the driver.
He is a driver. He remembers where to go. Alright. Grab them, bring them over to this area. Just make sure I got all of your list that way for all the maps you're gonna venture to. That's to be the same setup on all of them. I'll bring you to an overview of Phandalin, and that's no, you can decide your approach from there. Okay, still getting used to using Firefox. Some of this interaction stuff is a little bit different. There we go. Okay, so your marching order would be party in the front, commoners in the middle, allied combatants behind you, guards in the back, Mortimer in the back with the guards.
I'd keep the commoners on the carts,
On the cards, okay.
so that if we need to get away there with the carts.
They'll be with Mortimer then. And commoner. Set this to behind. Okay. Bring this over to overview and map for us. There we are. Zoom out and clear some of this up. There we are.
Oh, this kind of makes more sense looking at it. I think we probably come in from the north then. And if we secure this junction here, we can raid the smithy and the provisioners at the same time.
I don't want to be that guy, but is the fort not southeast of the town?
Correct, but that's where they thought we ran off to, so even approaching from the north is a feint.
You just take a little bit longer time to wrap around, basically.
Correct, yeah. It means we retreat up to the north as well,
Okay.
but I mean, if they knew we came from the south, they might have defended the south, so.
So your goal is to come in from the north, hit the provisions first, then the smithy, then retreat?
If it's going well, then I would take us around this road then, and get the orchard.
It depends how much we can carry too, because I
Yeah.
imagine we can't. Depending on how much is in each place, if you can't, I assume you can't carry 3 houses worth of stuff on one cart.
So for
We've
reference,
got a few
let me-
carts, don't we? Because in the fort there was a second cart.
Yeah, you have 2 carts at your disposal. One from Mortimer.
And there should be.
Well, Mortimer's is a wagon, so it's a little bit better than a cart. So you have 1 cart and 1 wagon, technically.
And maybe we find another cart or wagon in the town.
Potentially.
And if that's the case, I'll summon a phantom steed and I can pull it.
So the wagon that Mortimer has can carry up to 400 pounds, which is just enough to carry the commoners currently that's on there. Eventually they'll have to start switching off of being on the wagon
That's
and
fine.
having the supplies there. And then the cart can only carry 200 pounds, so up to 600 pounds worth of supplies you can carry.
Okay. And we might find other carts. We'll see how we go. But the reason why I say the orchard could be interesting, Darren used to run the orchard. Is that correct?
Yes.
Darren is a magic user of. He's retired. He's a retired adventurer.
Hmm.
I expect he probably has some interesting things in his place. He's never spoke about it, but I just suspect. And it's an orchard. It'll have food.
Can't remember. I don't know how much we're gonna fall back to, because you already erased all the X's. I don't know how much stuff was already destroyed by the red brands. The orchard,
Most-
I imagine. I don't know.
Most of it was outlying buildings. It was more so not necessarily the main buildings. They were still trying to take people out and capture them and things like that in the midst of the chaos of the original. So you'd find
Let's find
most of
out.
the buildings are miscellaneous people homes, for clarification.
They were looking for a shard, not weapons and supplies. Hopefully, a day
Yeah, but,
later
like,
they're finished.
The red brands
My thing is that,
burning
like, I don't
things
want
down,
us to, like,
that was more so.
yeah, I don't want us to
That
waste
was more
time
so
going to places
aimless.
that our
If
characters
it's
already
burnt
know.
down, yeah, if it's burnt down, then we don't go up to it.
Yeah, I like saying, like, our characters would know more about that than
Mhm.
we would, because that was like ages ago. I
Correct.
just don't want to go to a place that we know has already been destroyed.
I
Yeah,
think the only place that was destroyed was Red's house.
Red's house was destroyed, and also a lot of the other miscellaneous homes and establishments, things of that nature, were destroyed.
All right. Well,
The other
we know
locations
the main
were
ones.
somewhat intact for them to try to take things from instead of just instantly destroying.
Let's see how we go. Let's come in. We're gonna do like a big loop around the town, and then come in from the north.
Let me see. What am I missing? Oh, here. Okay.
Kalor get his deposit back finally.
Is Caloris
Yeah,
sniper?
I just-
Should we put up in like the bell tower so we can like shoot at things?
Yes, me and my 40 range gun, the best, the best sniper ever. Yeah, I'm just walking past the end and just like, for some reason I feel like there's something important.
You can
What
watch
am
us get
I
raided by
missing?
goblins from the tower.
Popcorn.
Alright. So, with that in mind, move forward, scrap him. Over.
I never got Volo's body, by the way. if y'all see that around, can we grab that?
Oh, that'll be ripe.
Let's go
The
pick up
only
this halfling corpse real quick.
Yeah, the only non-rotting corpse there for some reason.
Let's see how many of Reed's former characters can we leave dead in Phandalin.
Gotta end it on an even number.
You have to. It's the right thing to do. Ended on even number. Alright, so. Let's see. That didn't paste, right? This will look interesting. But they're making their way down this way, nevertheless. Okay. And switch you over. Okay, I'm gonna bring you over now to the provisions. Just a second. Let me know if you can see the map update. I had to fix the lighting here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
Wow.
So, as you approach the provisions, you will notice the home of the provisions of Barthen's provisions and home have been destroyed. The right side here. So his home portion has been destroyed. So I'm just gonna mark that for you. Here, might be lost academically. I'm just gonna mark that with an X visibly. This was burned down, but the provision store itself was not, seemingly. You can see the glass windows and everything like that have been broken in. There was scuffle, blood scattered on the ground. A confrontation, but they didn't destroy the main provisions.
Okay. Secure the perimeter. So I think what we'll do is, as a party, I'll send Kia over the building, then just see the whole area.
Okay.
External area, anyway.
As Kia flies around, Kia will note there isn't sign of movements externally, but through some of the gaps, the windows, Kia will notice that there is signs of movement inside the structure. Looks like some of those more elongated brain goblins have begun investigating this area.
Okay. Should we try to sneak in and take them out?
That's why we're here.
Okay, so I think the three of us will, quietly as possible, get our way into the provisions, take out the goblins. As soon as they're dead, I will send Kia to Mortimer to give the instruction to start raiding the building.
And then we'll like guard the
Then we'll guard the
south,
guard
I
the
guess. To make
yeah.
sure
Then
no
we'll
one
guard the
comes.
south. Exactly.
Alrighty. Proctor will lead the charge.
Do you want me to sneak in? Try to do
I
stealth?
guess you said stealth.
We'll get as close as we can before we spring the attack.
You want me to go anywhere, or
Yeah, well, I think out of the three of us, I'm probably the best at sneaking. I'm not great, but I'll do a check.
I do have a cloak of elven so like.
Oh, you do. So I'll do a stealth check on the way in. Is that what you want me to roll, stealth, TM?
Yeah, if you're gonna approach, you need to perform a stealth, see if you can get up to the door without being detected.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my god!
I've just realized that the goblins all share a hive mind, so if you fight one of them, they'll all know where we are.
Well, we
I
don't.
just remembered.
We don't know the range of that, and we don't. But
That's true. Oh, I'll continue.
anyway, I've committed now, so I'll open the door with a 5.
Okay, so you like trip
I would
forwards,
be-
hit your head on the door as you go to open it. And
Okay,
make
so
a big
Proctor's not
knock
gonna
on
use-
knock on the door.
Proctor's not going to use the inspiration. Nah.
That looks like it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Do you want to re-roll it?
Up to you. It's your die.
Yeah, re-roll it and see what happens. Maybe you'll roll one again.
All right.
Hey,
Okay, so you'd managed to open the door without those 3 creatures inside noticing you. Now, you wanted, for clarification, some of the guards, or did you want Darian, Mazza, and Sister Gladriel to go to the south side to try to stop any stragglers from escaping?
No, we're gonna try to clear the building without putting them in danger. I think.
Okay, so you want them just to hold on the road and defend the road for the time being.
Yeah. Like if first thing that threatens them, they retreat.
Okay. Heard. So with that, these creatures are not aware of you yet, Red, as you kind of sneak into the room. You'll see that they're searching the tables, everything around, they're muttering underneath their breaths. Find it, find it.
I
What do you do?
will. Which way? Which direction are they looking? South.
Like, one's looking over here to this wall, one's looking over to the other side, and one's looking at the counter facing towards the door over here. They're all not
Okay,
looking at the main entrance at the moment.
I will just step in to give enough room for my party to also then make a step in and draw my weapons.
Okay.
I'll stay out for the time being. I still have range advantage, so. I'll stay out. Sorry, not step out.
Okay.
You could, if they're close enough. No, they're not close enough for a mass fairy fire.
What would you like to do, Proctor?
I mean, I was going to do something, but I'm going to step in.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Bane on the 3 of them.
Okay, that would initiate combat as a note.
Yep.
Can we surprise them anyway?
They are surprised. That is correct. So as long as they don't necessarily take damage on that surprise round, they'll remain surprised for that round. Now with that, let's see. We'll roll initiative as well, and they'll do their saves.
Oop, I just misclicked. Sorry.
Good.
Initiative is a button. I definitely remember where it is.
I was looking at spells that could stop them from running away. They don't need to run though if they can communicate telepathically. And they haven't seen our carts yet.
Correct. They have not noticed the cart. None of that they have seemed to recognize currently. And let's see. Grab these. Initiative. Perfect. Sending. And with that, we'll leave the other ones, the guards, things of that nature on the outside out of initiative because they're just holding their ground there. So it'll be a 3-on-3 currently. And then wisdom saves, 3.
Charisma saves.
Charisma saves, you're correct. Failure, success,
DC
failure.
14.
So this one is baned on the left, and on the right is baned. The one in the middle is not. You have concentration. Apply it on your token. Then we're going to try to follow up with a web in combination read, or is that just spell
No, I was just trying to read the spell and I clicked the wrong thing.
checking? No worries. Just want to make sure.
If anything I was gonna do before combat would be Blade Song.
Sure. Marked. And then with that, Kalor, you'll start us off in initiative. As noted, these 3 creatures are surprised.
Okay, I'll shoot the one, this one here.
Okay.
Revolver.
25 will certainly hit. Change this over to combat music. One moment. And then that will also hit. Secondary attack.
Is it gonna? There we go.
15 total damage. Heard. It is almost wounded, but it is greatly injured by those 2 attacks. It is no longer surprised as a note.
I will stay for the time being and not do anything else.
Okay. And then with that, it'll go to the side brawler who is surprised, no longer surprised, as that will end his turn. It will go to red.
Okay. Which one did he hit? This one?
The one on the right is hit currently.
Okay, I will if you're surprised, do you get a reaction?
You do not.
I see. All right, so I'm going to move up to him.
Okay.
And then hit him with my short sword.
Okay.
Is he looking hurt?
He is now injured with that.
Okay,
Sorry, not injured.
Bonus.
Wounded. Sorry, he was already injured. Wounded.
bonus action hit him. So I've used one of my 2 attacks, but I'm using my bonus action now. I'm not gonna use my second attack yet. Is that alright?
Yes, you can split.
Okay. So I'll hit him with short sword again. Does that hit?
A 13 will not connect now.
Hit him again.
That'll connect though. That was the last of your bonus action, correct?
Yep. And then
Okay.
I will go back.
That is lethal as a note for that last
Oh
attack.
shit! I was trying not to kill him.
As
I was-
with that,
Can I say to non-lethal if I was trying with my melees?
yes, you can.
Because I wasn't trying to kill him with my melee. Just get him down to nothing.
Yes, you can declare non-lethal with a melee attack.
And then with my final attack, I'm gonna chill touch him from a distance.
So when you knock him unconscious, he
Mhm.
will fall prone is the only issue. So that would be a disadvantage to do that range attack as he falls prone unconscious.
Oh, even on a cantrip?
Any range attack against a creature while they are prone is
Okay.
a disadvantage. And he does fall
Okay.
prone as he goes unconscious.
All right, I'll
But
do
at least you have a
disadvantage.
distance to him.
No.
11 will not connect. But
All
he's
right,
still
but at least he's knocked
unconscious.
out. Yeah, right.
He's not currently a threat. But
That's
with
my turn.
that, it'll go to this one. It is surprised, no longer surprised. This one, as noted, is unconscious. He's just going to be there. Proctor, it is your go.
Get the one
This
on the
might
left.
be just a memory miss. I thought I had javelins on me, but I do not.
You
That's
should
okay.
have 4 javelins
Just-
as a base for Paladin. Unless you
Really?
threw them and not recovered them. I don't believe that had happened.
No, I have not used any javelins
Because,
at all.
yeah, I mean, you also didn't have the warhammer, so maybe it was the weapons that you just had missing on your sheet. So
Yeah,
let
that
me just get the
makes
javelins
sense.
for you. Just let me get the compendium up, because that'll be the quickest way. 4 in your equipment. There you go. I just had to update your attacks, so I can do it real quick. 1 moment. And problem solved. Re-click your token, and you should see javelin in your macros.
Excellent. I know I just made a big deal about that, but I'm going to walk. Is this a table?
Yes, here is the table.
Okay, so I got to move. Yeah.
Yep. Just for reference,
I'm
I
going
will
to first attack.
draw out the edges of the tables just to help reinforce line of sight. Just because the zoom in's a little hard, but you can go for your attack.
T-wise. First attack with the warhammer, one-handed.
Good. That will connect. 10 damage. Heard. That's gonna injure him. Okay. I marked all of the outlying structures for objects, things of that nature. And then 10 damage. Injures, but not wounding yet.
Then I will walk away, and I will javelin him as my
Okay.
second attack. Can I do? How does the javelin work if I've got 2 arms full? Does it still? Am I
So
still able to do that, or do
what?
I have to put a weapon away first?
Correct. So what you would have to do is you'd have to stow the warhammer, which would take a free action. You'd have to draw the javelin, taking a second free action, which would consume your bonus action. And then you could throw as your last action from your attack, or last attack from your action that you've taken, to throw the javelin. It is possible, but you'll end up with no weapon in your hand, just your shield, at the end of it.
And then drawing the warhammer again on my next turn will
Would be a
take an
free
action.
Free
Or
action.
will that be a free action?
Free action, yep. I'll just take a
Okay,
free action.
that's fine.
Always a draw and stow takes a free action. If you ever decide to drop a weapon, it takes nothing. But you have to pick it up later.
Alright, I'll stow it and then I'll throw a javelin at that fucker. And somehow miss.
And a level will not hit. As a note.
He wasn't even prone.
Do we remember? I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
would
me.
we remember what the AC on these guys are last time? Is that too meta?
You would roughly remember that they are above average armor class.
Yeah,
Is
it
what
was
you're
Okay.
able to obtain.
a nice
They are
generic.
not wearing plate armor, but they are not wearing leather. For reference, in
Right.
terms of the range that you remember their armor class to be.
So they're not wearing hockey pads.
Yep. But yeah, so with that in mind, Proctor, that'll end your turn. Let me double check something. You don't have a mobile on Proctor, do you? You're
He's surprised though.
correct, because he was the only one that didn't take damage. You are
Oh,
correct.
no, he's not anymore, isn't he? You're right.
Yeah, he did have a round surprise, no longer surprised.
Oh,
Because that
can
was,
that be great?
he did have his turn before yours.
Oh, have your swing, bitch.
It's more him warning people.
He will certainly do it. Unarmed strike. That is a 19. That'll connect. That is 5 bludgeoning and 5 psychic damage. As you can see the energy forming around his fist as he hits you in the shin due to the height difference for 10 damage. Total. And then that'll end your turn. After a concentration check DC 10. We'll go to top of the turn or Kalor.
Oh my god, it's my turn. Wow.
It
Okay.
is. Oh well,
Just
that
okay,
is
Fred's not
Bane
there.
down.
Okay. I'll take 2 funny shots at this little dude over here.
Okay.
Revolver! Yay! That definitely
17
hits.
will connect. That will place
Yep.
that creature in the wounded condition.
Okay.
Definitely hits. He is now staggering.
Cool. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna end my turn. I'm gonna be right back. Dog's just annoying me.
Nice. Brawler will go, get his reaction back. You'll notice before he goes to move, he will stop for a second, as if pausing, and then he'll continue to charge forwards at Proctor. Jumping on top of the table, taking the difficult terrain to now attack, instead of at the shins, but going for your chest, Proctor. And head. Goes for a kick, and then a punch, a little flurry of both. No longer baned, much easier for him to hit, and he's going to hit with an 18 just connecting, and then a dirty 24. That is going to be a total of 5 plus 10, so it'll be 15 total damage. Red, it is your go.
Is this guy? Are these two close enough to Green Flame Blade?
No, has to be within 5 feet of the
Right.
original attack.
So I will. Oh, he's already gone. So I'm going to chill touch him.
Okay.
I'll get Kia to fly in and give me an advantage on that.
Okay.
Just fly in, fly out.
Sure.
Alright, click the button. Alright, there we go. And I get an extra die on that. So it's 2d8. I get one other d8 because I've got the dagger.
Correct. Yep. Roll initial 1d8 for me. So 16 damage.
16.
That's still really good damage for a cantrip at this level. Not bad at all. He's wounded.
Alright, bonus action. I'm going to cast Spirit Shroud.
Hurt. Creating a 10
And-
aura for you. There you go.
Okay, and then I will. What do I have on me? Do I have a dagger I can throw? Oh, I wish I had. Oh, I have a short bow. So I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna hit him with the short bow.
Okay.
And he's within 10 feet of me, so he should take the damage, right, from Spirit Shroud?
Yes. So within 10 feet of you would take damage from. Let's see. Or. Spirit Shroud. You'd have to step forwards if you were going to try to parry that attack over to the other one in terms of damage.
Yeah, I'm not gonna attack him with the short bow, the injured one, because Proctor will get hit. I'm gonna go forward onto the cabinet. Guess I'm standing on.
Yeah,
And
how
I'll
about
hit him with the
the
short.
table, shoot him with the short bow and pass the damage over Spirit Shot to this one? Or say,
No,
it's the
no,
same creature. It's the same
Spirit-
creature. Yeah, same creature. Got
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm leaving that guy down. I'm gonna try to kill this guy.
Perfect.
So. Damn it!
That will not connect.
Okay. I will jump back down.
Alright. And then with that, end of turn.
Yeah.
Let's see. Brawler will go. He is going to throw himself over the top here and open a door. And he's gonna throw himself back over here. Using his movement, he's gonna then dash to get up to the two of you. That one remains unconscious. And then Proctor, is your go.
I will redraw my Warhammer.
Okay, hurt.
Bear with me, just looking through my stuff. Alright, I'm gonna swing on this guy.
Okay. That will not connect. That'll hit. Five damage. That is just enough to take him out. Do you go for lethal or do you go for unconscious?
I would go for lethal,
Okay, he will explode.
and I will tank.
Intelligence saving throw for me, please.
Is it 10 feet
5
or
feet.
5 feet?
5 feet. As I read, was trying to find like how bridge or things like that. As a failure, so it's 5 seconds
Does that
damage.
get the +3?
Oh, you are correct.
Yeah, you-
It should be baked in already. Oh wait, one second. Let me see. It is.
It
yes.
was, but it was 10.
Yeah. So I realized when I
offset.
checked your sheet, I already have it set in the global saving throw modifier field, so that check isn't necessary. We can actually just change that to bless for when that is activated on you. If you notice, without having a check mark, you have a 2. That's because your intelligence is -1, +3 from your charisma is 2. So that intelligence saving throw is accurate. You should have a +2. Otherwise, without your aura protection, you would have a -1 to intelligence saving throws.
Jesus. Alright, well. I'm not smart. How much damage was it?
5 psychic damage since you did fail. Anything else you'd like to do?
I will. No, I will stay here.
The top of the turn order, Kalor and others will see and hear the sounds of goblins charging in the room.
Yeah.
2 brawlers and a commander all come from the now open door and get into the initiative.
Where exactly is this?
In the room.
The door here to the south of the room.
Okay.
And you will also hear Kalor from the outside. You'll be the first one to notice that a guard will yell, "Goblins on the road!"
We need
Ready
to
to
clear
go?
this room right away.
Okay.
Spawn Queen.
So they're behind the counter right now, right? That's the purple thing.
Yes, they are behind the counter. So that would be, because of their height, it's half cover for them. Because they are of shorter stature.
Well, these fuckers didn't prepare for me doing fairy fire.
Go for it.
How much was it again? Was it, how big was fairy fire again? Shit.
Just like that?
20-foot cube. So,
We set it 10
That-
color or aura, that might make it easier for you to see.
yeah.
0 square aura. There you are.
Okay, so, yeah, enough to cover everything.
Yep.
Okay, I will fairy fire!
Okay, heard.
Yeah!
One succeeds. One fails. Succeeds. And auto fails. So, advantage. 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 Not advantage. Yellow means advantage
Mm-hmm.
from Fairy Fire. Anything
And
else?
then I'll just shout out reinforcements on the road as well, to the two people inside.
Sure.
Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go now?
I thought the same thing. As soon as
Help them on the road.
Did they say how much on the road, or was it just reinforcements on the road?
Reinforcements on the road. If you were to step a little bit further back, you might be able to see the forces on the road. Currently, they're just kind of blocked off by the building from your perception.
You can wand to fireballs them next turn if you get them all together.
Okay. I'll go then. Have fun, and then I'll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. You'll notice that they are a bit behind. There is a total of, let's see, let me double check your vision. See how many of them you can collectively see. They seem to be running in small teams together. There we go. Let me double check your vision. From where you can see currently, you can see at least 7 of them. But you see 2 rows of 3 visibly and another one from a different row. So you can probably deduce that there is actually 9 of them, just 7 within your sight currently, that are approaching on the road.
Yeah, I'll just shout that out. 9!
He keeps saying no. I don't understand what he means. He just said there was goblins on the road, then he keeps saying no, there's no goblins on the road. So confusing. Anyway. As that ends your turn, the commander will go. He's going to spend his turn, instead of attacking, he's going to take out a green shard.
Oh,
He's going
so
to
much for
toss
self.
the shard right in front of you, Proctor. And as the shard lands, a puff of greenish smoke and purplish psionic energy will materialize into a form. You can see flesh and bone rapidly being put together in the shape of a goblet wearing armor. He has a big cigar in his mouth. And you see this goblet. His head is more protruding upwards than it is elongated backwards like the others. And he has a greenish crystal in the forehead. It looks almost like a diamond. That is different from the image directly. And he will kind of say in his brief moment of appearing, say, "Well, at least this will keep me entertained." He is not going to be in turn order just yet, but he is in combat for clarification.
Jeez.
commander is and end his turn because that is his action to bring him out. Brawler will go. He will move forwards, up and around. Proctor coming at you. That is a just miss and a clear miss. With that, he'll go to red.
All right. Take out the trash. I am going to get Collie
Okay.
to not Collie, Kia to get me a. That's the last character. Get me some advantage on this clown. He's just appeared.
He has just appeared, correct.
All right, green flame blade with advantage.
With gang up of 18, that will not connect.
Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna hit this guy then with the short sword.
Okay.
That's what I wanted.
Just the wrong guy. But that still hits the brawler. The natural 20, very nice. That's
It's
gonna
just taking
hurt.
a while for the. It's just taking a while to load on roll 20.
Maybe it wasn't just me having issues. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe it's my browser and then things like that. Oh, there we go. That's
Oh,
a lot of
I
rules.
I
So
clicked it more than once.
It's all good. So the top rules what we always take, which means that's 25, 35, 37 damage. He
Alright, he's
he
deleted. Does it
explodes.
hurt his friend though?
He's immune to psychic damage. It seems this time he's not
Oh.
phased. But that does mean Red and Proctor, I need a saving throw, as he does explode. That is extreme damage. Intelligence. Proctor, you'll take half damage. Red, you'll take full damage.
Even so, it's yeah. What's his aura? Is it +2?
Plus 3. 11 will not succeed.
+3. Right.
And then that is going to be 3 damage or 1 damage.
All right. Haha. Okay.
I suppose the protection thing doesn't work because it's psychic.
Correct. Protection only works for attack rolls against an ally, not area of effect, save
Yeah,
things of that nature.
All right. I'm gonna get stuck in. I'm gonna head down here and engage this guy. So I'm gonna hit him with short sword attacks.
Sorry.
Okay. That will connect.
Oh, sorry. She's 24. I'm gonna crit fish. I'm gonna roll d20. No. So he's just taking 18 plus 21 damage.
Okay, to the commander, that is going to reduce him to staggering. And then are you holding there?
I don't want to get surrounded, so I will move back to the door.
Okay.
What was the damage again from the exploding guy?
1.
1 damage for you since you succeeded. That one will have the attack opportunity for this one here.
Mhm.
Commander's gonna go with his psychic blade. Luckily, horribly misses.
Thank you.
And then that's in
I want to be a bit
return.
more conservative with the spell slots this time.
That one is still asleep for the time being. The other brawler is gonna go. He is going to charge up at you, and then attack at you, Red. Unarmed strikes. That is a 21 just connecting, technically 22 with gang up, hits, and the other attack will miss.
I'll shield myself.
Okay, 26 now, armor class, reaction marked, shield applied. And that will end its turn. Proctor, it is your go.
Just bear with me a sec. Okay, just scrolling through, see if I have any crazy moves. No, I don't want to do that. Fuck it, I'll just attack this guy with the warhammer.
Okay. That'll hit the brawler. Six damage, marked.
And I'll do it again.
Go for it. Hits. Brawler is now wounded, almost staggering.
I don't have any bonus action moves, right? Is lay on hands a bonus action?
No, that is an
Can
action.
I use that as a
You
bonus
could
action?
Shield of Faith
Fuck.
yourself as a bonus action to raise
You
your
can
armor
also
class.
vow of enmity on the boss.
You could.
Where are these?
Emity's down the features for you.
So a Vengeance Paladin picks at one enemy on the battlefield and says, "You're gonna die." So you only vow of enmity, usually the boss, and then you just lay into him.
I'll paste those in chat for you so it's a little easier to see. Those are your two channel divinities.
Bear with me a second.
No worries.
It's in 10 feet of me. Okay, I'll do that then as my bonus action on Big Boss over here.
Okay. I will mark the grapple, this hand icon as the enmity, the marker for your ability. And that one your turn.
That's right.
Okay. Let's see. With that, as you're at top of the turn order, combat is going to expand as the creatures from the outside will go to save initiative size. Each group is going to be given a certain color, as it is going to turn into a somewhat marginalized, medium-sized combat in terms of numbers. Each group will have their own initiative rather than independent goblins. For the larger ones on the outside, the guards will share one initiative. Your ally NPCs will share one initiative. The commoners will share initiative with Mortimer and Nundro as their own kind of separate group. So this is the initiative for the guards. Darian's initiative will determine the combat NPCs. Mortimer's initiative will determine himself, Nundro, and the commoners initiative. And then the Goblin side brawlers will roll one initiative for each of their groups. And then we'll reset the turn order. And then with that, we will take our break here, as I do have to step away for a moment as well. we'll get back into the combat from there. Readjust the view here. Okay.
All right,
So-
I've got a plan, Proctor, to do an AOE and heal you.
I'm gonna quickly take the dog out. Be right back.
Yep, we'll be back at 32
Okay.
on time end, and I'll step away as well.
Cool.
It clears the room, kinda. Yeah.
The thing is that they're exploding. That really sucks.
That's why I was trying to get you a pole arm.
Yeah, but we came to the provisions place
Do you have any?
first.
Well, I mean, I didn't think there'd be so many of them. We'll find out. They said that there were 3 dozen of them in the town. We killed a dozen last time, so there's likely 24
Yeah.
left.
How many are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And a
And then there's
boss.
7 outside. Yeah. So there's another group somewhere else, not counting the ones that are out here.
I'll back you up because
And
your
they're
job.
rolling hot.
Yeah, but your job needs to be take that boss down. So let's make that a mission. I think that's the leader.
Yeah, and he probably won't explode because I don't think it's actually him. I think it's like some vision thing.
Yeah, so I think 9 outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in here. So we're at 15. Means, yeah, we're missing 7 more. Plus boss. So if we just, yeah. Ugh. See how we go.
Yeah, because like I don't have like I don't have a way to kill them and then not take the damage.
No, but I mean, you've got potion, right? And you heal health potions.
I do not have any potions unless I get them just from starting equipment.
So I'd be like, you got Vow of Enmity up, so just lay into that boss and then decide if you want to smite him. If you crit him, definitely smite him. Just focus on that one guy because your vow up on him. Like you basically said, I'm going to kill you. And I'll deal with a bit of crowd control and see if I can keep you topped up.
Alright, be right back.
All right.
I'm back.
All right.
That
Hmm.
oh.
Can Kalor take out 9 goblins on his own? Maybe, hopefully the townsfolk can like throw shit at them. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
He's got a couple guards out there,
Yeah,
so they're not home.
just don't let them run at the townsfolk and explode their heads.
If you're talking, I can't hear you. Pyro.
No, I wasn't talking, so it was just your imagination.
I saw your thing flashing.
Probably just my chair.
Eat her.
Okay. Are you there?
Dead, so sad.
Better go well, because Reed, not Reed, Quinn will get back next week and go like, okay, I'm back, guys. It's like, who is this black dinosaur telling me that the party's died?
There we go.
I'm not going to live to tell him anything.
It just took me extra minute to get back to my desk. I am all here and sorted. Alrighty.
Besides, it won't just be the party this time.
It'll be Darian coming back saying, I don't know how to explain this.
Actually, the fort will be empty because we're all
Yeah.
dead at Phandalin.
It'll just be a whole bunch of villagers and then
Just be
Destiny.
Melvin.
And Melvin and Destiny, the new leaders of the survivors of Phandalin. One that
Sorbo or
collects
whatever his
arms
name is
and
is
one
there
that
too.
doesn't remember where he's at. Yeah, Zorbo's there, exactly. Zorbo will lead them.
Yeah, and like Quinn will be like, "I'm glad we made this magic shield."
Alright, so Side Brawler, let's see, what group is that? That is group number 3.
Oh.
They will come dashing through, getting to there. Is Kalor. Is your go.
But. Oh god, everything's unloaded. So theoretically, if I were to throw a fireball right now, would it kill all of them? No, would it hit all of them?
A fireball should hit almost all of them, if not all of them. Yeah.
What was the range for fireball again?
That's 120 with a actually
Oh, okay, so
150 with a 24 radius.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, okay, that's definite.
More than within range, if that was your question.
Okay, I.
Yes, it will hit all of them, as you can see that fireball being casted. Will hit all of those goblins.
8d6 damage.
That over here from what? Mass roll that.
Oh, that's good.
That is very high rolling.
That was such an evil fucking laugh too.
Yep. One, two,
Not like
3, 4. What's your DC again?
15. Let me just quickly check. 15.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them die instantly, killing
What
2
the
whole squads.
fuck?
I like to think it's like not like a grandiose thing. I just like doing Guardian Leviosa, so it's just like swish.
I bet he
And then-
blows
Hit
it
him with a
right
swish, hit him with a flick. It just explodes.
It's like I'm not even like in battle stance. I'm just like standing upright.
So this one is removed. So team 1 and team 3 just got exploded.
And then
And
I'll just like
they'll-
say to myself, maybe I should have gone wizard down the arcane magics. Too late now. And
The
I'll
other
just pop the third one.
creatures are just about wounded, but not fully wounded yet. For the group 2 that's still alive, the ones that survived.
No, I'll just surely pick them off. I'll also give like a little thumbs up to like Darren. Go.
Perfect. Just turn around and give them the thumbs up. Alright, I helped you guys out. Let me focus about helping the others. That one's your turn?
Yeah, on my turn.
Perfect. Commander will go. Reaction is back. It is going to take the place of this guy. We'll remove him to the side and out of the way for the dead body. And he will go at you, even though your shield is up, he will attack at you regardless. Red. Taking a +2 from where he's at. He's going to make his several attacks. just missing with one of them, but the other two will miss thanks to shield already being up. Group 2 brawlers are going to dash. "60 feet will get them quite close to those on the road. As the guard forces will begin to maneuver. Holding the line, they will charge forwards.
We did warn them, didn't we?
Did you? I believe you might have.
I'm sure we probably told Darren, hey, yeah, they fucking explode on death, beware.
Mhm.
And I'm sure that...
I was like, we didn't say, Darren, do you have any pole arms? He's like, why? He's like, no reason.
Exactly, no reason at all. No, but the sleep deprived
Survival
guards
of-
have been pulling night watch every night because of the constant dangers. They might
Survival
just
of the fittest,
it
yeah.
might be adrenaline comes. He does miss with
What?
his spear though, so there's
Oh,
that.
okay.
The other one might. The other one didn't miss though. And is gonna wound that one in the process. The other guard's gonna charge forwards, yelling for Fandolin, and hold the line. Brawler next to you, Proctor, is gonna go. Strike, strike. Miss and hit. The hit will connect for 10 damage. That 10 damage will put you in the wounded condition. As it will go to red. Reaction is back. Shield is down.
All right, I'm gonna get Kia to fly in and give me advantage on this clown.
I did miss to get in the summon person. There he is. Perfect 10. He wasn't even out his turn yet. That works out.
Okay. In fact, I might do the give me advantage on the summon,
Mhm.
and I will hit him with Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
That's terrible damage. No, it's not bad.
21 with gang up would just hit. However, you will notice he will use his reaction, throw up a psionic shield.
Counter
Similar.
spell.
It is not a spell.
Oh, what does that do? Is it just a shield spell?
It's similar, but not as potent. It's a psionic mimicry.
Does the fire still bounce though?
It does have to hit the original target. It does not hit the original
okay.
target now that shield has raised the armor class
Good.
higher.
Fucking dickheads. All right, I'm gonna hit this guy.
Okay.
Just with a short sword attack.
Hmm? But yeah, you can tell it definitely doesn't raise its AC as high as shield does, but it is enough to avoid that attack. And then 20 will hit him. 12?
Yeah, this guy.
The commander heard. Commander is now on death's door.
Okay, short sword again.
That will hit. Are you declaring lethal on the commander?
I'm gonna go non-lethal on him,
Okay, he goes unconscious.
and then I will use my last short sword attack to try for this guy again.
Okay, you will notice that shield
No.
only stopped one attack. It did not persist.
I see. Okay.
That's not. It's not as potent. It is only a psionic mimicry of that spell.
No.
That will not connect though.
Okay, I'm going to hold there.
Okay. As it will go to his turn, his psionic shield will drop, and he'll say on his turn, as you will notice, he begins to put his hands together, almost creating a ball of psionic energy, and he'll say, "My name is Toughnix the Undying, and I'll be your friend till the end, 'cause I only have friends." As he says that, he lets out a psionic pulse emanating from himself that erupts outwards without any care of the goblins next to him, who only have resistance, and hitting you as well. Which does cause those that are on the ground to also explode, causing a chain reaction of explosion, explosion, explosion. All of which he is immune to.
I can't see much. Is there? Are you?
Don't worry.
As a reminder, that's what
We're
he looks
fine,
like, and you just
going
hear,
right in here.
you just hear "friends till the end," and just an explosion and subsequent head explosions in the process. Kalor looks back and like, my fireball did something, right?
Yeah.
Do we roll saves?
Yes, you're going to roll 2 saves for me because the other one is not going to affect you. It is out of your range. But you'll roll for the commander, and then you will also roll for this save. So this will be the first save of int, and then the commander's death will be your second int save.
First, great. And then the second save. Well, I guess that's +3 on that.
Correct, you do have a +3.
Oh, so that's first save, 21.
Mhm.
Second save, 23. Oh, not bad.
Set this to behind. There we
I'm a
go.
smart guy.
Does not recharge. And then on a failure with that is a 7 Proctor, and then a success for you, Red, on the first. That means you will take 9 psychic damage, Red. Then from the con save for the spirituality, because you can roll a 1 and fail technically. Oh, you can't roll a 1 and fail technically anymore because you're within Proctor's aura, so you don't have to. But Proctor, you will take 18 psychic damage, and you will also be stunned until Toughnix's end of his next turn.
Jesus.
Then the second save, Proctor, you will fail, which means that you'll take full damage from this guy's explosion, which is 9 psychic damage, and you'll take 4 psychic damage, Red, as a success. And then we double check. Intelligence saving throws.
This guy
That one's
gonna die too.
succeeded. He might. He does actually. So he blows him up, killing him. So he actually explodes. So I need another intelligence saving throw from you, Proctor.
Oh no.
Please.
It all returns to nothing.
It's those movies where all the heads start popping, following the music.
The Kingsman. It's the Kingsman's ending. You know, Kingsman.
Yes,
first
Kingsman.
one.
Yeah.
Proctor, oh no, man.
Luckily, that's only 3 more damage, but you're on death's door.
Man, it's such a shame they never made a sequel.
Let's see.
I like the action in the sequel.
Let's say they made a few of them, didn't they?
Only one. They didn't really. Oh wait, no, hang on. There was like a
And the
prequel
prequel.
one, and then, and literally like the last thing of the series before it got entirely canned was Hitler just saying "I'm back" or something like that.
The Hitler was the
Interesting.
post-credit scene.
Yeah, Hitler was the first credit scene.
They're gonna
Interesting.
make another one that's about how Hitler was a Kingsman or some shit. I heard.
No, it's cancelled. It's all cancelled. It's over.
Well, we'll see. Anyway,
Anyway, so that is another explosion. You took some damage. The other one took some damage. There is now only Toughnix and one other brawler. He killed the one that even brought him in the first place and just blew up another one. But as he said, everyone's friends. He has no enemies. He'll see you to the end. This is how he treats all his friends, apparently. But that is toughness. That is the end of turn. That is the rechargeability. Mortimer is going to try to turn the wagon around in order to retreat. That's going to take him his turn to do so. Brawler is going to go for you, Red. A 23 is going to connect, and then
How
a
nice
natural
of him.
20. Unless you respond. Oh, no, you're stunned. Never mind. Sorry. 23 hits, and then a natural 20, Red.
Can I? What's if I shield it? Is that gonna block the natural 20?
No, natural 20 hits no matter if your armor class is 4,000.
Oh.
But it will
Unless I
stab the
silvery
23.
barb them.
Unless you sorry barbs natural 20, then you take the 23 damage. 23
I'll take
hits
the-
damage.
I'll silvery barb the nat 20,
Hurt.
and I'll give
From the
myself
damage
advantage.
that you will take is going to be 12 from that one attack. That would get through automatically. And then the barbs I'm rerolling now for you. That will reroll and fail. And then what would you like to pass advantage to?
Oh, Proctor. Well, what can he do while stunned?
Nothing.
I'll give it to myself, I think. Then.
Okay.
So everything. I'm. What's the range? Has to be within 60 feet.
60 feet, yeah. You could also give it to Kalor.
Kalora, what do you get? You can do something crazy next turn.
I mean, I could, the whatchamacallit, that one, Branding Smite, yeah.
Kalora, you got advantage.
Okay. And is you smite more than Paladin? No.
And you wizard more than a wizard, so.
Alright, with that then it will go to Proctor, who is stunned. That's the end of your turn. Kalor, it is your go.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, he is there. Oh no, Proctor's there. No.
Oh wait, I think we did miss something. I think we we did miss Darian and company's go.
How dare you?
Because the shuffle of the initiative with Toughnecks. So, with that in mind, Mazza will move there to defend. Sister Galadriel will move there. She would have. Not really anything to do there. She could do that. No, she can't. Never mind. Darian no longer has his range capabilities for magic. He'll throw his daggers.
Go, white boy, go.
Nope, that's not right. Fixed. Still 17 and 15. You will hit. He will instruct them to incapacitate the goblins before retreating. They will reduce the one that's already been hit very low towards death's door. That'll end his turn. Mazza will hold a reaction, so will Sister Gariel, to attack if the goblins get past the guards. And then Kalora will be your turn.
Okay. So, Branding Smite into advantaged revolver shot to Mr. Friendly over there.
Okay, into toughness, got it.
Oof.
That'll hit.
And then I'll roll the Radiant. Yep. And then another revolver shot to him. Ugh, cringe.
Yes. As you damage. As you deal 13 damage to Toughnecks, he will use his reaction to say, "Well, that wasn't very friendly," as he throws a psionic backlash as you attacked him within a certain range. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom, I'm decent at that. Man.
As a failure. So, with that in mind, this is technically happening as the attack hits, but before damage was dealt. So if it doesn't go through, that means you still have Branding Smite, for clarification. I need you to roll a 1d6 and subtract that from your attack. And then you will also take 12 psychic damage. That reduces your attack down to a 19 with gang up of... He's incapacitated, so only 1. That'll bring it up to a 20, which will just miss. Meaning that your Branding Smite was not triggered.
Okay,
And then
so
I need you to roll a con save to maintain the DC 10. You do maintain it. So you have Branding Smite still active. That revolver attack, as you locked on to strike at him, it would have struck him true. He's used a Psionic Backlash to hurl it necessarily back at you.
Okay, and then I'll just move backwards.
Okay.
And there we go. And end my turn.
Heard. Goblin Side Brawler group is gonna go. They're gonna just start wailing on the guards. 6 attacks. Missing, 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 missing. Okay. Alright.
You're proud of them.
So the dice just don't like you guys, apparently. The dice, really, all attacks miss. The guards will live.
It's all that.
They have
Alright.
plot armor, not us.
It's all that Army of Darkness style training montage we've been giving them.
It must be, because even the dice are too scared to attack them properly. The guards are gonna go and see if they can rough them up.
Must be nice.
Red shouts to the room, non-lethal!
They hit with all their 1 attack only, so all 3 attacks connect.
Oh, right.
Non-lethal, unconscious, one of the goblins. The other one will hit him for 7 damage, putting him in the wounded condition. The other one will hit for 6 damage, putting him in the wounded condition. Interesting. But nevertheless, the dice are saying that that's what's happening. Darren will go throw more daggers, trying to soften them up without killing them, in order to allow the guards to try to put them unconscious. Darren hits with both of his daggers, placing those goblins within range for the guards to put them unconscious. As Red reaction is back, it is your go. Toughness reaction is expended as you saw that Psionic Backlash go right towards back at Kalor, stopping that bolt.
Do I get the sense that this guy can do this attack again? Sorry, shield?
You're
Like,
not...
it wasn't a spell, it was an ability, right?
It's an ability, correct. It didn't seem like it was a rechargeable ability. It seemed like it caught him off breath or anything like that. It seemed like he used it naturally. Now, he did expend a reaction to throw it, but you do know that you have encountered creatures before that do have multiple, but there usually has a certain cap to them. You're not certain whether or not this creature does have an additional reaction or not. If he does not, then he's exposed.
Okay, I'm going to advantage hit him with Green Flame Blade.
Okay. You will notice that it does seem like he had a hesitation as he saw the attack clearly coming in, and it does strike true. You get the feeling that maybe he does have access to a secondary usage, but seemed to recognize that he couldn't even stop that attack in time.
Okay. I will hit him with
He is
the
now
short
wounded.
sword. Hit him with short sword attack.
Okay. Certainly hit. Again, he kind of motions for it, but can't do it, realizing that he's not gonna be able to stop the attack in time. 18, 25. He appears on death's door.
All right. Hit him with the short sword on the bonus action.
Okay. 22. You will see he will use his second reaction with dual mind to stop that attack, but he does not use the psychic backlash a second time. So we know they probably can only use one or the other, but up to one time each per
And then
turn.
I'm gonna hit this guy with the other short sword.
Okay.
Dang it.
Now will not connect.
He's going next.
Mhm.
And he's on death's door.
He's on death's door. Correct. One solid hit should do it.
Action surge. Take an exhaustion point.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Wither and
Fine.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Wither and Bloom.
Heard. Believe I have that one. Interesting. Nope, I do not believe I have that one, but we can use this effect as a substitute.
So
As a 10-foot radius.
con
sphere.
save from everyone in, or they take 3d6 necrotic damage. Because it's normally 2d6, but I have the dagger.
Any of creature of your choice, correct?
Oh, dang it! That's a poor roll.
And then I assume you're triggering Proctor to heal.
Proctor, you get to roll your hit die plus 4.
Is the DC 14 correct? Because your spell card's broken.
DC should be at least 15.
15?
Yeah, it's DC, spell save 15.
Perfect. Okay, so both of them will fail. That is just not enough to take down Toughnecks. The other one will take some damage.
That's a bad roll. Oh, well, that's a bad hit die roll, but you get plus 4 on that, so you're healed for 7.
Correct.
Yep, that was it. That was 7.
Okay, here we go.
TUIs, anyways.
And that
Bad
is
rolls.
end of turn?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, perfect. Toughnecks will go. His dual mind will reset, so he'll get both of his reactions back. And then he's going to
And I am
attack.
free.
Let's see.
Or is it the end of his turn?
End of his turn.
Fuck.
That is correct. He is going to... Let's see. He's going to go for some attacks with his blade. Advantage targeting you with one attack. The other 2 attacks are going at normal at you, Red.
Okay.
That Psionic Blade advantage is going to hit you, Proctor, for, let's see, exactly 12 psychic. Which will reduce you unconscious. If it goes through. And as a note, the next attack roll or saving throw, which does include death saves, are subtracted by a minus 1d4. As a note. Red, targeting you with the attack, 21 will just hit for 1 attack. The last attack will miss.
I'll tank it. I got some spell slots I'm gonna save up.
Okay, that is 12 psychic damage. And your next attack roll or saving throw.
Oh, I didn't know he was debuffing me. I might shield then.
Okay. If you want to shield, you can. It is a
I'll
part of his
shield.
attack. Okay.
I didn't know. I thought he was hitting him with some. I would have seen him.
Nope.
All right, sorry, I
Yeah.
misinterpreted that. I
All
thought he
good.
was using ability
No
on.
worries.
Proctor.
Yeah, no, it is just with his psychic blade that he strikes, he deals damage, and he subtracts your next attack or saving throw. But you'll stop it with your shield, putting it back up to 26. That was his last attack, and that will end his turn. Even though he's on death's door, he's just laughing. He's having a good time, it seems. Not even phased. With that, Mortimer is going to kick it into second gear and take this company, move Mazda over for a moment, take the company outside as much as the horse can go. Brawler is going to go and attack at you, Red, even though shield's up, as noted. These ones don't seem to have any will to them. It will miss, thanks to shield. And then it does the end of Dr. 6 turn, so you're no longer stunned. It is your turn. You will give me a death saving throw and also a minus 1d4 to that as well. And the only technicality is that it will show that it's adding 3 to your death save, but Aura only activates when you're not incapacitated. So you will just have to ignore the 3 value there. But it would be a minus 1d4, but that won't impact your results. You don't have to roll it. Only if it impacts your result would you check it. For a note.
So that's you
Technic-
know what that is, right?
Yeah, technically it's a 6 instead of 9 for reference there, just for clarification for the first time. And then Kalor. It is your go, top of turn order.
My turn. Okay. See how close Proctor is to death now. Ugh.
He's bleeding. You're not certain.
I got Proctor. Don't worry about him.
Okay. I am just gonna move a bit more backwards.
Okay.
Let's see if it can get me from there. Okay.
Sure, as you're like stepping back a little bit, measuring your distance, like that should be fine. As you go to shoot him.
I've got this.
In that,
I got
in that
this.
one.
You were so focused on stepping back to aim your shots, you weren't in range. You just completely missed your target. That natural one.
Sorry, Proctor. No.
That'll hit, however. It does not
Okay.
seem as though he is able to backlash at
And
that
then
distance.
My
18 damage. You'll notice as it hits, he will just laugh as the radiant damage swirls around him. He'll turn back to that greenish puff. The smoke, the kind of body itself, dissolves into nothing. It seems as though it would technically explode, but due to the dissolving of the body itself, it does not seem to erupt anything.
Is that due to
I'll wait
radiant?
my turn, by the way.
Most likely not. Most likely because this is a summon version of him. If it was the real version of him, when he would really die, it would cause an explosion. But because
I didn't know that Kalor targeted him because I had that. Okay. I was gonna do an epic kill everyone in the room turn, but okay. It's all right.
he got the headshot on him. But yeah, you get the feeling that he is Toughnix the Undying as he's using these gems to constantly materialize and dematerialize to fight. But with that, Kalor, that is your second shot. Any movement or holding there? And there, perfect. Brawler group is going to attack the guards. We'll see if the guards still have plot armor or not. 6 attacks total. One of them still has plot armor. The other ones do not.
Oh no! Don't kill our guards.
Let's see. Plot armor boy is gonna take 0 damage. Non-plot armor duo. That's down. for 1. That is 7. Nope, that is enough. 1 lives. The other 2 get bashed in and go down. Let's see. Those will step up to Darren after smashing the other 2 guards. Last guard will go. He'll cry out for Fandolin, attacking with flanking. Hitting and reducing the one unconscious. He's taken 2 down now.
You gotta level up.
He might he might become the new lieutenant after he levels up. Darren will go. He is going to now switch to a short sword now that they're in range. He's going to put the other one down to unconscious. And then Sister Gariel is going to move up. She is going to do a medicine check and then healing word to try to save the 2 guards that went down. She succeeds the medicine check. And then the healing word will get the other one conscious but prone. So they do go down, but they are saved. This one is now unconscious stable. And then Maza will move up. She's gonna start dragging the goblins away. Start moving them into like a cluster. In order to try to kill them all together, rather than on top of the guards. As red reaction is back, shield is down. It's your go.
Okay, I'm gonna use my action to force Proctor to drink all of the chalice of potions.
Okay, expending all the remaining usage of it up to that 50.
50 HP.
Okay. That action expended.
I said I'd help you
Is-
fulfill your vow. Get to your feet and fulfill your vow.
Okay, you gain consciousness with 50 HP. You are prone. You are no longer wounded. You're only injured now. And that was action. Any bonus action or movement, Red?
Sir Proctor, I leave this goblin to you, and I'll leave.
Okay.
So I'll take a
Attack.
what? Yeah, I'll take an attack. See if he hits me.
That is going to be a 22.
Oh, what a douche! All right, I'll take a hit.
That is 11 damage.
Didn't expect that, but okay.
And then with that, you're still moving out, correct?
Yeah,
Ending
just
there
fixing
after move? Mhm.
my HP.
No worries.
I'm gonna look to hopefully Sister Garel can help me out. Okay, so that's 10.
Mhm.
I can go 30. I'll go to there. I can at least see the situation. Oh, that was a good kill, Color.
Right, he wrecked shop right there at that fireball.
And what are the 2 guards that are down?
One of them is currently conscious, prone, after being healing word. The other one is unconscious but stable after being medicine checked.
Okay. I will use a bonus action to take a drink of the I've got a greater healing potion, which I think is just like my last healing potion.
Mhm.
So that's it's like a sip of it, right? Like
Yes.
'cause it's got,
Greater healing
Oh.
potion is 44 plus 4 per charge that you use. And a bonus
I
action
think
you
I
can
only
take
have one
sip.
charge. I think I only have one charge left because I only marked one on my sheet. I've been
So-
using these throughout the whole campaign. So
Yes, that would be
I'll-
44 plus 4 for that last charge.
all right.
To 13.
13. All right. Okay, that's my turn.
All right. With that, Sour's gonna get his reaction back. Actually, this fairy fire should have been down. He's gonna move over to a Proctor. Red said this goblin is yours. Before you're able to stand up from being prone, the goblin's gonna charge up to you and start punching at you when you're on the ground. As you regain consciousness. One attack will miss, surprisingly. The other attack will crit against you. That is 13
Jesus
damage. you regain consciousness. Red says that goblin's all you, and the goblin runs up, misses with a punch, then hits you square in the face for 13 damage with that psychic energy. And then Proctor, it is your go. Just straight visualizing that for a moment. Wake up, soldier! You're not out of the fight yet. Just get slammed again.
He's having a
Oh,
bad day.
It's like
You're
him and
alive.
Like It are not too far off from each other after all.
This is some real lichen moves from
Yeah.
Proctor here. Yeah, he's gonna just fucking.
Oh, we need to turn off Whisper 1 second. That 23 does hit though, as a note. I'll whisper you. Okay, there you go. 8 damage. He is wounded.
Fucking.
Hits. He is on death's door.
Do I have any bonus actions that do damage?
You do not.
Any at all? Fuck. I'm just gonna intimidate him.
Okay, just stare there menacingly.
I'm gonna like just do the dragon growl.
Fair enough. As noted, the mindless brawler will stare at you, ready to strike at you again when he gets the next opportunity. Let's see, and then that group is technically out of play now, so that is the. Oh, sorry, Kalora, you go. Almost skipped you. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I don't think that turn's gonna happen because I'm gonna shoot.
Yep.
Go gadget normal. Nope. Okay.
Wait, it might be a turn still happening now.
It might be a turn. It might be.
Go go gadget
There
desk
we go.
pop.
That'll hit. That is gonna be lethal. It's right in front of Proctor, so as he gets up, he knocks him down, and gets punched in the face, and then his mind explodes in front of him.
Oh.
That is a intelligence saving throw for me,
Come on,
Proctor.
I'm gonna win one of these fucking rolls. I gotta win one of these. Come on.
You do it. Hey, you
Hey.
take 2 damage instead of 5.
And I'll just.
Proctor lives on pure desperation.
He survived for his teammates getting stuck. He's always the survivor, but it's not on a good
It's
end
almost like
surviving.
the script knew that he was a guest character,
Yep.
so they did not give him any priority in the rolls.
No plot armor at all. He's just
He's like,
somehow
I was
surviving.
the sole survivor of this thing. It's like, man, they must
They
have been
gave them-
terrible.
They gave the plot armor to the fucking NPCs.
The guards had better plot armor.
You know, just.
Those
Right.
3 are our next characters, everybody.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You
end my
will.
turn there.
Yep, you will notice that will end combat as Mazza will
Like, hey.
will drag the unconscious side brawlers, light a torch at a safe distance, and then just chuck it at the brawlers as their bodies burn and their heads explode.
Are you sure you didn't want me to just shoot them?
Experience is not determined by who makes the last shot.
It's not last hit strats. Leave that for League. But she will.
I assume we're all gonna go back to the fort after
No.
this, but Proctor's gonna find a fucking glaive.
No, we've won. We're gonna raid this frickin'. We're gonna raid.
You have succeeded in routing at least the first and second wave, you know that there are still more goblins within the area, but it seems to them like they had some within the provisions and in the smithy that you have now defeated. But you do know there's more goblins still within Phandalin, and that they at least mentally conveyed to the remaining survivors and maybe others depending on their range.
They must know that every time they faced us, they've faced total annihilation, though.
Mhm.
Like, come at us. And they know we've got reinforcements this time, and like 2 war parties completely died and they didn't kill one of us.
Well, they killed one of us.
Well, you're not dead.
Almost.
So let's
They almost
let's
killed
call
3 of you, technically speaking.
let's call Mortimer back.
Okay.
And let's Mazza take a party, get to the blacksmith, start taking what you need. Mortimer, you're a provisioner. Go into the provisioner and take what we need, and start filling up the carts. The 3 of us will do patrol around the building. The 3 guards guard the carts, and we're gonna look out for any other carts that we can commandeer as we're doing our patrol of the building.
Okay, we'll move these guys out of the way. And then you'll have... This is such
I
a
expect
weird
a fully
angle there.
functional forge in our fort with whatever Mazza steals.
I had to turn these tokens in a weird way to get them to turn, because if it gets set on one side, the token is allowed to grab it and turn it. There we go.
Looks like he's carting dead bodies with them.
The angling is interesting to say the least on here, because it gets blocked out by the HP on the side or by the settings button. So if they get turned a certain way, you can't unturn them unless you have more than one to turn with them. There we go. Okay, so they're gonna start filling in, grabbing supplies, going through the provisions. They're also gonna take any of the bodies of the fallen here from the original attack, begin burying their allies.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
So they're gonna move and begin doing preparations for that. Guards will continue to defend them. Once they've recovered, they'll get back to full HP thanks to your sister Gariel. And then you want Mazza, Sister Gariel, and Darren to accompany you to the smithy to see if there's more forces there, and also to get weapons.
Not necessarily weapons, just anything that's opportunity. Like, weapons are nice, but maybe steel things that we can use for like crafting weapons, like smith tools and stuff like
Or
that.
armor, shields, defenses, things like that.
Yeah. So if this area is secured, then we're gonna strip it bare and start taking stuff. And if it means that we're gonna run out of space, I'll summon a phantom steed to carry more shit.
Okay. Let's see. All these over here.
If there's a cart anywhere.
You will notice from kind of the initial report that as they're kind of expanding, they will find a carriage. It's the same carriage that some of you originally came in upon to get into Phandalin. It was owned by the provisioner. So they find that. So that carriage can now carry up to 600 pounds.
Alright, I'll use a 3rd level spell just to immediately get a horse on it.
So they'll begin trying to gather everything that they can from that was left over by the bandits and left over by these guys. So as much as they can scrap up. And in that time, you'll begin to head over to the smithy, and then as noted, which of the members did you want to bring with you? At least Mazza. Did you want to leave Darian with the guards, or Sister Girl with the guards, or do you want all of the other main NPCs with you?
Darian at a point where he can like observe the whole thing, so he can issue commands and like has like situational awareness.
So somewhat towards like the well down here, but in between both structures.
Yeah, so he can like shout commands. If we need retreat, he makes a call, and Sister near the wounded at the back.
Okay, so they're kind of like guarding the wagon up top, but also keeping an eye on any of the wounded inside.
Yeah, so she can. We don't want the
Mhm.
cleric to go down because we retreat back to her if we need aid.
So put her with one of the guards and the 2 guards at the entrance, and then Mazza will come with you to the smithy just for access of knowledge and locations around inside the smithy.
Yeah, and each. How many laborers do we have?
You had 5. So how many did you want in the provisions, and how many do you want to bring with you into the
Right,
um,
3 at provisions, 2 at the smith.
Okay, so your company will look like this for moving forwards. I'll bring you down.
And I'm assuming the guards in the provisions can help carry stuff out if they're
Right.
not immediately.
They would be
So-
defending and then moving. There we go. So you move down to here, and then you'd be moving on to the next map, which is gonna be Thagrin's Smithy. Just reset the tokens that should be in this area real quick. So Darian will be up here, technically, from that map, and then connected to this map, so he'll be visible from the top. They will not be there. Your party will be here, up top. Then resume, pull you over. Get that out of the way, and Dagrad's Smithy. Make sure the lighting is still working for you. It might be limited. Yes, it is. Let me fix that.
yeah.
Reapply. Let me know. You should be able to see now over here. You will notice the main entrance into the smithy was kicked down at some point. You're not certain by who. There's the Goblins in Search, or the Red Brands originally. You will notice, however, the entrance into the smithy, from the forge area of the smith, is seemingly closed, but those into the side of the home was broken into. As Mazza will say to you as you approach the home and forge that was Thagrin's and hers, she will inform you where the door was kicked is home stuff, miscellaneous supplies, things you could break down. But if you're looking for metal, scraps, anything of that nature, we'll need to get into the forge. There's 2 different ways in, the front one and the side one. I have the key for the side one, but the main one I lost in the chaos.
We go through the side. Quickest way.
She will say, or if we go to the home, you can technically take the door inside there as well. I don't believe that one was locked, but whichever way works for me.
We don't have time for belief. When you have the key, we go for the side.
Very well. Okay.
Are these carts still active? Like a hand
Yes,
cart?
there are hand carts here that
All right,
seem to
we're
be
gonna start
still
loading those up.
left up. Okay. As you move around, the only thing that you will notice that is different than the map suggests is it looks like someone went to the time of and effort to board up the windows here, and Mazza will state, I don't remember that at all. Thagrin and I didn't do this. In bits and cracks, you can kind of see somewhat layout of the forge, but not really anything else currently.
I have a hunch here. If people don't mind, I take a lead.
She will hand you the key as a note.
I'll say, this is Red. Vanda's Marshal, Deputy Marshal. We're here to rescue you and take you somewhere safe and grab some supplies for our haven.
You will hear a knock on the door. A pattern. It seems as though it is one knock, pause, knock, knock, pause, knock, knock, knock.
So 1 knock, 2 knocks, 3 knocks.
It seems to wait for a response.
Is that anything we recognize?
Give me a history check, Red.
I will also guidance.
I'll take the D4, sure. Yeah, that helps.
21.
As you're trying to think about it, you remember. Sometimes you've seen this at the taverns and things of that nature. It is a knock that the exchange uses, the miners' exchange, when they're trying to see if it's something else other than a fellow miner behind some sort of structure deep below.
Okay. Hearing that, I will say, Halia, or members of Halia Thornton's team, we don't have time for this. Get yourself out here. We're here to help you.
You will hear some sort of clamoring inside, but eventually you will notice the door seems to open, unhinging. You hear several nails being taken off of bars. As alongside Helia, you will also see dozens of the miners from before the initial raid.
Oh, thank God you're alive.
And she will seemingly say to you, a bit snappy, but that is her nature as you would briefly known her from her more secretive tendencies. She will say, "You could have at least knocked back. Those things can understand and mimic abilities from mental. But I knew it was
True.
you when you spoke in such repetition. You have a way out of this."
Come with me if you want to live.
How? That's better than what I've heard in the last few days. And she'll motion
us.
towards the miners.
Grab everywhere you can. That's gonna need. Grab whatever that will allow us to recreate this forge in a new location that is safe, as well as all metals, weapons, and anything you can put on your back.
Okay. As they begin to try to assist, they listen. Halia will give them a nod. They'll begin to follow her command. As that happens, you will hear this kind of psychic ringing in your head, almost similar to a war cry. Somewhere coming from within Phandalin itself. The miners, everyone kind of holds their head for a moment as this ringing erupts and then stops. But with that, we'll leave it there.
How much time do we think we have before they get here?
Maybe a minute. 10 rounds.
So it's probably better we just escape rather than start to strip this place.
I'm gonna post this up just for recording's sake. I just accidentally realized I stopped recording.